And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches.
It's the Vikings and the Titans, and it's coming up next.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Tennessee Titans. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by...
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he was terrific in the opener through 3. And make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how we practice it all the time now, too.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The numbers for Spears on the ground a week ago, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Hand off to Spears. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Spears with another carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to Spears. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Tajay Spears, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. By their 7th-year quarterback.
And he said he was... lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Titan defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now another timeout here called by the Titans. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
This has a feeling of a back-and-forth game, and we've seen that in evidence already with each of these teams' opening drives. This is what you call a quick answer, as they go down the field in no time flat and finish with a touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee. Special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you go,
rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, done. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will be taken at the 13. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And that last drive, it was all... game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Right back to Spears. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And here's a give to Spears. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll run with Spears. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Bounce on the other side of midfield at the 45. His career, already story, just keeps getting better. That last carry, CD, he hit 14,000 career rushing yards.
Think about the accumulation of this yardage like you're going upstairs.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And down to the 20 he'll go before running out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help. And I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score. And sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else. And that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line. To be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Dunn. Able to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger.
thought you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Comes Minnesota. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On 1st and 10, Dunn. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dunn. Complete. Jefferson the target. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Dunn. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
To throw on 3rd down. Dunn. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's a run by Spears. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. And now a run with Spears. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Spears, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dunn looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Throwing on first down. Done. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Fields. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. A final shot before the break. Fields. His throw incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it is the Jets who have the lead late in the second quarter. Garrett Wilson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Packers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. We saw a solid first half out of the man from Tulane, Tajay Spears. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this...
Turn, so the second half begins with a touchback. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
To throw on second down. Done.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Okay, boys, we'll come back. Let's play. Let's go to the next play.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now a throw here to his running back. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Vikings 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
one play at a time. Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Hey, come on now. Let's get the quarter. Let's go. Oh, let's turn it up. Let's have some fun. Come on, baby. Get low.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple. They go up the middle with Campbell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
First down, Titans, gain of 12.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw. Hopkins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's second and 10. To throw is Fields.
The left side completion to Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back.
And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 4.
Off play action. Done. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And the Vikings first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Done. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has. Back now in Nashville, it's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter.
Now a 2nd and 10. And he's going to use his legs here.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On the handoff, here's Campbell.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10.
On the move to his left. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the... How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Seven yards left for second down. Ball at the 10.
They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
With a 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
At the 19-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Done.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Done. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This will be 3rd and a mile. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. A give, running left is Campbell. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
They'll run with a big man, Campbell. And he's got the first as they'll bring it down at the 28-yard line.
75 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
On the run, it's Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Titans are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point right down the middle. And will bump the lead up to 26. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Let's take it inside his own 40.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Campbell. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Or they run the option on 2nd down.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And quickly they get to the line. They'll run. It's Campbell. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
On 1st down, Dunn under pressure, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43.
But as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance, and well done by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other.